Hey there, Matt Payne from Amber Paths. I'm really excited about spending time with you today, talking about how you can use technology to help with running your business. And today we're talking about social media and preparing social media content. And imagine creating a week's worth of social media content in less than 10 minutes. There's really five key components. One, taking action and getting going. Two, making a start and getting things set up. Three is to provide the right context for your business and your voice. Four is really using the technology to help shape it and make it your own. And five is keeping it going. I'm really excited about spending time with you today, and thanks for your time. So let's get right into it. First, I'm going to start with the first point around making a start. Today, we're going to be using ChatGPT to get going. So I'm just going to go to chatgpt.com and levels and licenses and subscriptions that you can get. But we're going to keep it really simple today. So I haven't even logged in. This is just the default interaction in space. And I'm going to use it to move to our next point around getting started. It's as easy as this. And you notice pretty quickly that there's going to be a lot of information, very verbose, a lot coming out. And one of the really cool parts about AI and ChatGPT in particular is that you can continuously refine and get it more and more targeted to specifically what you need. So what I've told ChatGPT is, hey, here's a little bit about my business. I'm giving ChatGPT my website. I'm telling it the social platforms that I use. And we'll see if ChatGPT can actually look it up for me. So I'll just put the URL here and see if ChatGPT can use that to, again, get more information and insights. Already you can start to see that ChatGPT is understanding my business and providing more context. It's already starting to provide suggestions on a monthly basis, as you can see here. A lot of information. So again, we're in the phase where we're starting to fine tune and provide more focus to the tool on how to best help us and support us in this area. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a refinement. So what I'm doing is just giving it a little bit more coaching on where I'd like to head it so that I can get a better idea. What I gave ChatGPT is a theme for the week. So this week, talking about acceptance. And again, sometimes it's difficult to try to create content and stage it because things are changing quite dynamically in the world in which we live, moving very quickly. So you want the message to remain relevant. You want it to be in your voice. And so that was the idea behind creating a theme for the week. And as you can see here, the AI has created a per day view of different topics. It gives some information on the justification for each of the areas. And again, I can review this in detail and provide more feedback as I go. So where to from here? Now making it move from idea and the themes per week into the actual content, because that's where a lot of the heavy lifting would require. I don't see AI as being a 100% automated, view here. This is about keeping it very personal to you and your message for your community. And so it's important that you are in the loop, you are interacting, you're reviewing the content and taking it as a baseline. Maybe it's 60% there. And then you add the extra 40% of effort to get it live into the channels. So the next step we're going to do is start to look at a few of I'm going to take one day just to dive into it. So what the AI has now done is it's given me a specific day. So, okay, for the Monday LinkedIn post, here's the suggestion. And it gives some, again, some context on why I thought this was a good idea. Now, what I'd like to do is to figure out, okay, is this really sounding like me or does it feel very AI? I'm just doing a quick read through. I'm going to give it some coaching and say, I always like to be pleasant. I often get feedback on that from my colleagues, but I love interacting and making my relationship with these AIs something that is my own, and I interact with it in a very pleasant way because it is a very supportive tool. So I've asked it to rewrite it, and I'm more pleased with that response. I feel like that does sound more like something that I would write. Again, I could use this as a starting point, make further edits to it, and go from there. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to just say, okay, that was great. Let's use that to build on the rest of the content for the week. So it's created a list of core messages per day, per platform. And what I'm going to ask the ChatGPT to do now is to simply generate the full set of content in a document that I could download to my computer and use that to help me as I go through the week. So here's an example of one of the things I was talking to around the different subscriptions. So because I've just haven't even logged in, I haven't created any account or anything, I have reached a limit here where it's saying for the first to do all a whole week, seven full days, the message becomes a little long. You wouldn't hit that sort of limitation in an account that you've logged into, uh, and definitely not with one of any of the higher end subscriptions. But this is a good start. It at least shows you what what's been produced here, and really that's the key here is that you can start to see how AI can not only help you create the information, but create it in a way that is more on brand and sounds more like something that you would share with your community. And so we'll go from there to you can download this into a document, and from there, the idea is that you can keep it going. You can set something like this up as a recurring thing that you do on a weekly basis or more frequently to create the content as a starting point for you to help assist with some of that content creation for your social sites. So thank you for spending time with me today. Here at Amber Pass, we love helping wellness organizations, solopreneurs, people that are out there helping the community bring your voice to the people that you started this all for. So thank you for spending time with me today and have a good rest of your day. Thanks.